For centuries, a single body of water has separated Taiwan from the Chinese mainland. But at no point was this divide more significant than in 1949. By October, Mao Zedong's communist forces had decisively won the Chinese Civil War. Standing in Tiananmen Square, he proclaimed the birth of the People's Republic of China, as archival footage shows the fall of major cities like Nanjing and Shanghai. In the face of this overwhelming victory, the defeated nationalist leader, Chiang Kai-shek, along with 2 million soldiers and civilians, executed a massive retreat across the Taiwan Strait. An animated map vividly illustrates this final chapter, with the entire mainland turning red, leaving the island of Taiwan as the last bastion of the Republic of China. The stage was set for one final, decisive battle to end the war. Inside a command room in Beijing, the atmosphere was one of supreme confidence. Mao Zedong and his most brilliant commander, General Su Yu, pored over maps, meticulously planning the final amphibious assault on Taiwan. Their instrument for this task was the formidable PLA 3rd Field Army, a battle-hardened force of over 500,000 soldiers, which began massing along the Fujian coast directly opposite the island. The revolutionary fervor was palpable, encapsulated by the public slogan that echoed across the new nation: "We must liberate Taiwan!" The invasion was scheduled for the summer of 1950, and to the victors, its success seemed all but inevitable. The final piece of the puzzle was about to fall into place. However, the PLA faced a daunting 100-mile-wide obstacle, the Taiwan Strait. While their army was immense, their navy was virtually non-existent. Lacking modern warships, Mao's invasion plan relied on a makeshift armada of thousands of wooden fishing junks and commandeered civilian vessels. An animation illustrates the sheer desperation of this strategy, highlighting the immense risk of sending soldiers across a vast stretch of open water in flimsy boats, completely vulnerable to treacherous weather and enemy attack. This was not a modern navy. It was a wooden fleet tasked with a monumental challenge, a gamble of historic proportions. This critical weakness was brutally exposed in October 1949 during the Battle of Gunnington. In a trial run for the main invasion, the PLA launched an assault on the small island of Kinmen, just a few miles off the coast. Animated graphics show the tragic outcome. The PLA's wooden boats were systematically obliterated by the nationalists' superior naval and air power. The KMT forces, equipped with American-made planes and gunboats, turned the landing into a catastrophe. This disastrous defeat served as a harsh reality check. It starkly revealed the PLA's inexperience in amphibious warfare and forced Mao's generals to concede that an invasion of Taiwan itself was far more complex than they had anticipated, compelling them to postpone the assault and reevaluate their strategy. Just as the PLA was regrouping, a thunderbolt struck from an unexpected direction. On June 25, 1950, archival footage shows North Korean tanks swarming across the 38th parallel, igniting the Korean War. An animated map displays the Korean peninsula erupting into a full-scale conflict, instantly capturing the world's attention and shifting the geopolitical landscape. In Beijing, the news forced Mao to pivot his focus. The planned conquest of Taiwan was suddenly overshadowed by a much larger, more immediate crisis brewing on his northeastern border, a crisis that would demand his full attention and resources. The invasion of South Korea triggered a swift and decisive response from Washington. In the White House, President Harry Truman made a fateful decision that would alter the course of history for Taiwan. Following his address, powerful archival footage showcases the might of the U.S. 7th Fleet, its massive aircraft carriers and destroyers steaming into position. An animation depicts these warships forming a formidable naval blockade in the Taiwan Strait, an impenetrable shield. This move, a key component of the Truman Doctrine, was designed to neutralize the conflict, preventing both a communist invasion of Taiwan and any attempt by Chiang Kai-shek to counterattack the mainland. The consequences were immediate and profound. The elite PLA 3rd Field Army, once poised to invade Taiwan, was now redeployed from the Fujian coast and sent north to the Korean border. The invasion of Taiwan was officially postponed indefinitely as men, material, and strategic focus were all diverted to the Korean War. Archival footage shows waves of Chinese People's Volunteers crossing the Yalu River to engage American forces in brutal combat. The window of opportunity to take Taiwan had slammed shut, locked by the necessities of a new, larger war. This postponement solidified into a permanent reality. The United States signed a formal mutual defense treaty with Taiwan, placing the island firmly under American protection. The KMT consolidated its rule, and and a temporary separation hardened into a decades-long standoff that defines the region to this day. A final split screen captures the enduring stalemate. Mao Zedong on one side, gazing at a sea he could never cross. And on the other, Chiang Kai-shek, looking out from his fortified island fortress. The Chinese Civil War was never officially concluded. It was simply frozen in time.